What's going on, everybody? It is Eric, the Crazy Plum. Today we're going to be going over the various types of edits and buildings, ramp rushing, or anything else as far as building related now that we have Playground out. But first, we got to go score a goal for the FIFA World Cup. I don't know anything about soccer, so it ends there. But we got our second cozy. Hell yes. All right, so let's talk about edits to begin with. So you have your wall, right? And let's do wood. And I picked here because this is a very flat surface. So I think most people know your 3-piece, your 4-piece, the door obviously, and the window. And then you can do window here, windows like that. You can do one window. Whoops. You can do one window on either side. You can do the 3-piece here. You can do all that kind of stuff. But what a lot of people don't know is the archway. Now this one's not super useful. You can use it more to, I don't know, like create an opening. Like, you know, like Cypher PK does this in his trap towers. And Nick A30 does too. But you can do basically, whoops. There we go. And then he basically, you know, builds the 1x1 all the way up. I mean, he builds the 1x1 all the way up and then does this because it's more open and then puts a, you know, a launch pad or what have you down there. But I don't have a launch pad, so just traps. Now, okay, so obviously your standard 1x1 is like that, right? So it used to be able to edit peak, and you can't really edit peak anymore. Really, kind of almost the best way to probably edit peak would be to do, like, in my eyes, do like a window, edit it really quick like that, and you can see through it briefly. Now, I mean, that's like real excessive, you know, to be able to, okay, but see, you still can't get shot through the window. It does lower the health of your, whoops, it lowers the health of your wall again, but at least you can kind of see through it. Now, I mean, if this was like, let's do metal. Whoops. Rip. If this was metal, and you're trying to peek that right there. Oh, let's let it finish. Now that it's finished, so if I wanted to peek somebody over here, obviously, like, you can't see through it at all. And, I mean, you can kind of see through it now, but this is where it gets, like, really helpful. Because you can edit that quick, and then say, okay, so, you know, somebody's in this corner, we're going to kill them quick. Right, so there's your, like, wall edits, and there's just my thoughts on the new peeking change. So you can still, in my eyes, kind of peek. It's not nearly as effective as it was before, but I suck. See, that's why I don't play soccer. Right there, for that exact reason. So let's, since we were just talking about walls, let's do ramps now. Actually, let's do floors. So we'll just do. There we go. All right, so here's our floor. Obviously, you can do this. You can do that. You can do this. All of these are helpful if you've got somebody underneath you, if you're dropping down your structure and you don't want to take damage. All those will be beneficial to you. You can do all that. You can also do this one, which is kind of not really super beneficial. I guess maybe one of the cool things about this is if you did this peak, you know, oops. If you did this peak while somebody was underneath you, you could drop down from here or from the other side. Obviously, you don't want to do it with C4 because it'll blow yourself up. But those are the wall peaks you can do, or I'm sorry, floor. The floor edits that you can do quickly. At least the ones that I use. I don't really use this one so much. I do think it looks cool. Where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. So let's, I'm just going to edit this. I want to see if we can make a shape. Now that those ridiculous shenanigans are over, we will talk about our ramps. Ramps are pretty straightforward. I think everybody knows that. You ramp up onto somebody, right? And that's all you can do with them. Just kidding. Just kidding. So ramps are one of the few ways left to, and I'll put a floor here for good measure, and I will leave band-aids down. So ramps are still one of the ways that you can sort of peek somebody. So obviously we are built up right here. Now the factor that I guess, stops you from peeking is the actual tiles themselves now. They've changed them to opaque instead of translucent or transparent. So that's why you can't peek walls, you can't peek roofs, you can't do that kind of things. However, that doesn't really affect ramps because all the tiles are on the ground, right? So the actual structure that you're standing on never gets affected. See how they are opaque, but they're on the ground? So, or, you know what I mean? The lowest level of this, I guess, one unit that this whole thing takes up. So you can still effectively peek here and do whatever you want to do here, distract them, with a little Napoleon Dynamite, vote for Pedro. And then you can, you know, come back over here and do whatever again. And then, you know what I mean? Because you can see them, and they might not suspect it. So you can still peek with stairs. You still peek with stairs. So talking about stairs still. So we got our stair, right? So one of the edits that's super basic, just there, right there, right? Now, this could be kind of useful if you're coming down a structure, or if for whatever reason you need to make your stairs a little bit harder to hit. And you don't have a whole lot of materials. Maybe you could do this. I don't know. It still seems a little awful risky to me, just to be running around like, you know, this all the time. Like, duh. Because then, you know, what if you put it in the wrong spot? That kind of thing. Look at this. It's the same width as a normal ramp. Looks cooler, but uses twice the amount of materials. There's more edits you could do here, so let's just put some stairs here for good measure, right? Now, you can do that edit like I just showed. You can do that go in any direction, you know? Whoops. I wanted to reset it. Now, obviously, I think everybody knows that if you drag from the center across, it'll switch your stairs around, and that works for this way as well. Not just the opposite way, but even like the perpendicular way. But then you can also go like this and create wraparound stairs with this little landing here, which is pretty cool. Or you can do it with a landing like this and turn it around immediately. Now that still takes up just the same amount of space, see? But if you need a quick turnaround for whatever reason, if you can edit that quickly, then by all means go for it. But that's basically, those are your stair edits. Let's talk about ramp rushing. So if like you got somebody up there, right? Up here. You'd probably start ramp rushing not quite like this because they're going to have an open shot at you the entire time. You want to actually be back a bit farther. So you could ramp rush here, you know. Okay, but you know, that's all fine, well and good, Plum. They're going to just blow you up from the bottom, right? So if somebody's up there and you want to get to them without, or rush them rather, with your ramps without them being able to shoot out the bottom of them, what you can do is you can do ramp and then wall and then ramp, wall, ramp, wall, ramp, wall, all the way up. So you do ramp, wall, ramp, wall, ramp, wall, ramp, wall, ramp, wall, ramp, wall, and so on. Now you're way above them. Obviously now they are actually in a better position here to shoot you down because, let's get down quick. They can, you know, move to the side. Obviously, if they have this wide of a landing that they're on, they can pull out, you know, their LMG, blah, 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 shoot that here, or even, you know, shoot you down from right here. Obviously, you can jump down above them if that better suits you. However, there's another technique. And I haven't quite mastered this one, but you basically come through and you do floors too underneath. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I would give it a shot. It's going to be, like, really ugly. I'm actually going to do it walking. And I'm going to compare the two once we get done. So we do, like, floor, like that. So if you look at it, though, from the underneath, let's go actually underneath like this. So from the underneath vantage point, if you can manage to do that quickly, which I have not quite mastered yet, they have to shoot out both a wall and a floor, or, you know, one or the other to get there. You're protected on basically all accounts unless they're in this position here, where they have a kind of an angle. Now that we got all that blown up, you can do double ramps. So you start in the middle. double ramping, right? That's it. Nothing fancy. There you go. The other technique is a double ramp with double wall, which is basically ramp, ramp, wall, wall. Just like we did before, except with the double ramp technique. So it basically looks like this. And so on. I kind of messed up right there at the end. You get the gist of it. Oh, I messed up here too. But ramp, ramp, wall, wall, ramp, ramp, wall, wall, ramp, ramp, wall, wall. So that makes it obviously even harder to shoot you, because not only do they have to shoot through a wall and a ramp, they have to do that on both sides to knock you down. Now, obviously, there's one more, which is ramp, ramp, wall, wall with floors. And I'm not going to be able to really do that one. I struggled to do it with just regular. I need to practice a bit more. So, but basically, it's this. Put a floor down, wall, wall. And my key bindings are not very, you know, they're not suited to do that kind of ramp rushing. I have almost all of my key bindings on the thumb of my Naga Epic. So it's a little, it gets to be pretty tough, I guess, to do it all with your thumb. But basically, you get the gist. Double wide walls, double wide floors. So there's your ramp rushing techniques. Clips are used to load magazines. FYI. Despite what your favorite rapper may or may not say. Bye-bye. Okay. Now, then we have the pyramid. Now, first off, for those of you who don't know, if you're low on mats, you need to heal up. Crouch, pop a pyramid. Whoops. Crouch. Pop a pyramid and get underneath it. Heal up, like me. This uses only 10 material instead of your 40, or possibly even more that you would use in a 1x. Obviously, it's not as strong as a 1x, but it still does protect you on all sides. Now, you see this edit a lot with console players for Builder Pro, I think it is. I'm not too familiar with console, but basically they make ramps with their pyramid or the roof. Now, that's not as necessary on PC because key bindings and you can do whatever you want with them. However, on console, if you're not doing this, I suggest that you take a look into it, because you can do, basically, I don't know what the controls are, but you can have your ramp, which is the pyramid again, right next to your wall. And it wouldn't, if I was just scrolling, the trap wouldn't be there. Basically, if I didn't have a trap, it would scroll right to the other ones. So this is a very popular edit on controller. So take a look at this one if you haven't already on controller. So you have your wall, rather, your pyramid. I don't know why I keep saying wall. So you can edit it like that. You can edit it like this to give yourself kind of like a little TP looking thing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now, I will show you my favorite probably edit for the pyramid. And that is with this one right here. You basically do, not that, this edit here. The edit I use, where I use this the most, is actually tilted towers on top of a castle. Because, and I guess that it applies anywhere that has a structured like this, basically. Anywhere in the world that has a 90, a hard 90, like this, you can use this edit in. So you can peek both sides. You know, you can kill them there, kill them here. You can peek them both sides like that. That's what I use that edit for. I don't use it often because I don't use pyramids often, honestly. But if I do use a pyramid, this is the edit that I use the most. Let's reset it. Now, there's one other edit that I'm aware of. This edit here. What you would use this for, I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure what the point of this is. Maybe to... I don't know. Do something like this with? Create a little bowl, but then, you know, somebody's just gonna lob grenades in here and you're gonna die, and it's gonna be a bad day. There we go. Rip. It's actually kind of a cool way to, I mean, go straight up. It's gonna be a pain in the ass coming down, but if you look at it, it looks kind of weird. It looks kind of cool. It's like it's a double helix. You know what I mean? That right there, guys, that's what your DNA looks like. So anyway, guys, that was my quick little video about the different edits and ramp rushing and ways that you can use building materials. I was super glad that Playground has finally come out because I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while. However, I did not want to do it in just general matchmaking and be in the middle of a video and somebody come up and kill me and have to start over or splice a ton of stuff together. But anyway, guys, thanks for checking this out. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here and you like what you saw. Leave a comment below. I will read it. I promise. I will get back to you. And turn on notifications so you get notifications whenever I go live or upload a new video. I do stream every day, guys. Check out the YouTube bio for that description. I do stream on YouTube, not on Twitch. So anyway, guys, I'm Eric, also known as the Crazy Plum. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Peace.